as I realized later on, was having an affair. I probably should have put it together then that that's why he had, shut me out, and maybe some of it was me because of the way I was, feeling under these medicines. And it was too late once I was on the right medicine to get through to him anymore. He didn't want to hear it. He had already made up his mind, and there was really no getting through to him anymore. I just had to, I just kept trying and trying to talk to him, and he wouldn't have it. This one evening he said, we've got to talk, let's get out. And this girl that we knew stayed to watch the kids. I got all ready to go out. I was really excited that we were going to finally take the time that we needed to talk to each other. And I was really happy to get to go out that night. And it turned out to be a bit of a nightmare. Instead, we took a ride, and when we came back and were pulling up, he said, I need to go ahead and let you know that I'm moving out. You can keep the house and my paycheck. I don't care. I'm leaving, and I'll be gone in a couple of days. And at that point, I stayed quiet and pretty much shut down for, I guess, for 2 months. I don't remember anything. I don't know how anything got taken care of. I don't remember anything. And I lost 30 pounds in those 2 months. I was really sick. I remember I'd gone to 7 different psychologists. I can remember that. And I just remember them trying to get me to eat. And I couldn't. Nothing felt like food to me. I had gone down to 94 pounds, and I couldn't think anymore. And I remember just kind of gazing at the kids like I was slipping away. I was pretty much on the edge of just not being here anymore. We both knew that being home with the kids was, the right thing to do for the family and for us. That's just the way that we had envisioned things. And he was, finishing with his schooling, and I put mine on hold during that time because both of us going to school would have been really crazy. I had a lot going on, and really he did a lot better in school than I did. I had trouble with reading and concentrating and that kind of thing. He could fly through school, and it just made sense for him to go first. The whole idea that we had of the way that we were going to raise our family, he took that away. His whole thing to me at that point was, you need to get a job. And we need to put all these kids in daycare so that I could try to find a job that was supposed to take care of the children and me, who couldn't take care of myself at that point. And I was supposed to take care of the children and myself and everybody on a minimum wage job. He had his master's degree, and the end of the tunnel was there. He's wondering why I haven't, jumped out and gotten a job with, I don't have the education. I waited tables for 22 years. I physically don't do that kind of work anymore. 3 kids, so there's always something going on with them. They've got appointments, they've got their sick days, they have half days, teacher work days, they've got little holidays, they've got all kinds of days that he is unavailable because he works. And our only other option would be to have somebody watch the kids during these days, and they will not take a sick kid into daycare. Plus they have their whole summer break to think about. My daughter has had this kind of ongoing thing with her stomach to where she misses a lot of school, or I have to go pick her up during the day because she gets sick. She throws up a lot. She has this reflux thing going on, and she either doesn't go into school or she has to be picked up early. My son, he's really acted out a lot since my husband left. And he's missing school. He gets suspended, and then I have to be home for those days too. There's 3 of them, so they come on 3 different buses because they're going to 3 different schools now. And I don't pick them up because I really haven't had the gas money to keep driving back and forth like that.
If you had a minimum wage job,
Mm-hmm.
and you had the kids in after school, and Kevin, you had a plan for Kevin, even if it was staying home by himself.
Yeah.
Do you think you could make the mortgage and the utilities and
No.
the food?
No.
And
No way.
the car insurance?
No way. There's no way. Maybe a third of it would get paid. The apartment downstairs used to pay for the mortgage upstairs, but the mortgage, it continued to go up and up. It's pretty important that he talk to Fernando because I have to get that apartment rented downstairs, and there's no way that I'm going to get it rented without getting it fixed. And I don't have the money to get it fixed because it hasn't been rented. So it's this circle, and really the house payment's not being made because of this, and the house payment hasn't been made now in over 4.5 months. We went to the bank like 3 months ago because they were already concerned and pretty upset about the fact that we hadn't made any payments. So now we're not going to be able to, we haven't been able to make any payments. He's been telling me for 2.5 months that he's going to call this guy, and he was going to do the work originally, but then, the money didn't come through to pay him, and
Right.
I don't have the money to pay him. He has the money to, buy whatever he needs, really.